and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we are playing the League of Extraordinary Adventurers. Got a few games going. Just, yeah, just a few of them. All right. Last session, we started off as our adventurers walked in to the league's compound. They went upstairs and pretty much collapsed into their beds. Uthara and Esker had interesting dreams. Kepri, we're going to get back to yours. And then after said dreams, they awoke to a hearty breakfast made by Dimitri. They had some playful banter with Darren. Then Uthara and Esker and Flower decided to go meet up with Billy and find out more about these lizard people in the sewers. And Kepri stayed back. Everyone believed that she needed some more rest. We all got introduced a little bit more to Billy and Billy's mom, who seems to have going on. Found out a lot about the many different theories that Billy has, that a tie with Johnny, Uthara, and Esker's knowledge of the lizard people themselves. Yep. Billy brought them to the entrance of where his dad had left those 5 years ago, going into the sewer on Billy's birthday and never coming back. And we ended outside the sewer entrance. And that is where we ended. But what we're going to do is, Kepri, if you could roll me a d20, please.
I will. 6.
Okay, then. All right. Let me... Is that too loud?
It's ominous.
Okay. You wake up in the cave. You're watching Kane being devoured by that roper. The tendrils of its saliva mixing with his blood as you see his face and his arm kind of reaching out to you, then being chopped down and eaten. Then you're looking at your party members trying to assail it, and then you see a glimpse of that horrific creature in that hallway farther in, and that horrible cackling laughter. And that's just the beginning of your dream. As you're running, you're running in a hallway that just keeps going on and on. You keep trying to run away from this fear, and you keep looking up, trying to see the moon. And as you're going, you have this horrible wave of cold hit you, and you look to your left, and out from a passageway, that Yeti starts running at you. And you keep running and running, and you throw things back and trip it up, and then you run face first into that owl bear that you faced this evening, and it's looming over you, and it's roar hooting into your face. And that was your dream. You had a pretty intense nightmare there.
That's why I would need some more rest.
You're just like, no, forget this. Yeah. So that was your dream. So when you wake up, everybody's already gone. So what do you do with your day while they're out doing what they're doing?
I imagine I probably would have just perused a bunch of little stores, and basically it would have been
Oh, got your room ready.
a really laid back day. I probably wouldn't have bought anything. I would have been window shopping.
Okay. So you're kind of getting things prepped to set up your room to the way you're wanting it. So you've found all the stuff that you're really wanting. Could you describe kind of what you're wanting again in your room?
Oh gosh. Um, I would probably end up with like a regular bed, table, like a desk and chair setup, a dresser. But I imagine I would have picked up any of like these really bright and colorful fabrics that would have looked very like warm tone palettes. So
Okay.
reds, yellows, things like that. So and I imagine my bedding would be like really fluffy and over the top.
Okay.
And I would have probably picked up a bunch of like um, just like for lack of a better phrase, I guess crystals and rocks, and they would be on my desk.
Okay. So if you would have just going like let's uh let's work on your budget here. Um,
Oh, and I would have had a little setup on my desk for cheap cheap, like his own
okay.
little bed and stuff.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Um, Now your bed. How big of a bed are you going?
Like a full size bed,
A
not
full.
anything bigger than that. Yeah.
Okay, so you're probably around 10 to 15 gold because of the bedding you're wanting.
Okay.
Um, and then your yeah, because I'm guessing your mattress would you're probably going for feather.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely would be in the 15. Your table, like your desk and stuff, you're probably at like, I'd say you're just shy of 20 gold.
Okay.
So that's your kind of what you've kind of shopped around. Okay.
Okay.
Just so you kind of know. Is there any other shops other than the furniture that you went by? Did you go maybe into the carnival again? Do any carnival games? Because they left um, the compound probably by 11, and right now you guys are at that area. It's about 2 to 3 o'clock.
I probably wouldn't have gone like and played carnival games, but I probably
Mm,
would have gotten some carnival food.
okay, so just spend like what kind of carnival food? Describe what. Are you
Mm.
just going like a big meaty like
Yeah, I'm
leg?
envisioning like a big turkey leg that you get from the fair,
Okay.
and like maybe some kind of like fried dessert,
Ooh.
or
Okay.
something.
Okay. So as you're perusing around the carnival, you're actually going by a stall that is um, you kind of go by the like farm animals and like the people that are showing those, and there is a bunch of floating fluffy sheep that are
Mm.
like have a collar and like "Bah," and like on they look like balloons kind of bumping into each other. They're extremely like above and beyond like cute and ridiculous because they're floating and they're bumping
Yeah.
into each other, and like they're sheep from the elemental plane of air.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I definitely would have probably stopped and pet some.
Yeah, and their wool is actually light and fluffy and actually kind of feels the way that you imagine a cloud would feel, but it's not
Ooh,
wet feeling.
right.
So it's just that
Okay.
strange. It's definitely a
And I
lot
get
more of like a cotton than a wool.
okay.
Um, okay. So then after that, do you just head back to the compound, or do you go to?
Yeah, I imagine I probably would have went back to the compound. I wouldn't have ventured out.
Okay, so you're shopping. So you're getting back to the compound probably like 1 o'clock, 1 to 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Um, so Esker, Uthara, Flower, and Billy. You're you're looking at this sewer entrance, and then can you guys still hear me? Okay, all right, because I didn't hear any ambient. I'm like, oh no, so just want to make sure that we don't lose any of that. You're kind of realizing what time it is. So like around like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You definitely feel full from your cake and cookies from Billy's mom, and your hearty biscuits and gravy from earlier in the day. But what do you wish to do now?
Having less faith in our dear friend Billy after spending a good time talking to him about any of his beliefs. I don't know. Esker probably wants to keep hanging out.
No. Wrong.
Wrong? Oh.
Well, if you mean hang out with Billy's mom.
Yes. Yes, that's what I meant.
Oh, Capri, I'll leave that one hanging until we possibly see her again. Never mind.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yes.
I can wait.
Yeah, and the
Has got something going on.
Yep, has something going on.
Okay, so no, if we're at the sewers, right, we're at the entrance, and Billy's there, I think more so it's go time, right?
Yeah, it's go time, but Uthar is feeling very like, uh-oh, what have I done after spending like however long we talked.
You're wanting to go down in the sewers right now?
Why'd you have to ask it like that?
Well, because you have your arena fight that's scheduled for today.
Oh, yep. Shouldn't do that. No, okay. Billy, my boy, who I not love, not cherish, admonish like an adopted child.
Oh boy.
More like a red-headed stepchild, which is odd, for I am also red-headed, not a stepchild. I believe we will leave this for another time. We have some scheduled bouts in the arena. If you want to earn yourself a little extra cash, I'd bet it on the big one. Pointing to Uthara.
Oh, so you actually advised me to go into gambling.
Gamble when it's assured.
Well, I
gambling if it's a guarantee.
Gamble when it's guaranteed. Drink when it's fun. And the other, we'll save that one for later.
Okay, could you repeat that? I need to write it into my notes.
Yes. Gamble when it's guaranteed. Drink when it's fun. I don't advise doing drugs. And
no drugs.
Save it for later. Just write in father son. Write in stepfather son talk.
Father son talk.
No, stepfather son.
Stepfather son talk.
Try to put that step in there. I guess it'd be really like step. And we'll cover that later.
Wow, I'm slightly confused, but okay, I'll go tell my mom that I'm gonna go bet on you guys winning something.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
See you later, Esker.
We're gonna win.
Yeah. Goodbye, Billy.
As he's going, he's going into that bag and throwing down that ash.
Yeah.
Like in the same path.
Poor kid. That's like what Uthar kind of like mumbles to Esker, like under breath. Poor kid.
That child has lost all of his marbles, but he is right on about the lizard people.
Oh, he's right on.
About the lizard people.
All right.
Only the lizard people. I didn't say he has a hot mom. You're not hearing me incorrectly.
Okay, Esker, we'll come back for the lizard people, aka for you to keep talking to the mom, find an excuse.
She's a captivating lady. And
Yeah,
Just
of course,
delicious. I like
captivating.
it.
That's what we'll call it. Makes good cookies.
Mhm.
But good lord, that boy
And
needs
she's got
friends.
great cake.
Yeah. That boy needs friends
He does. He
that
needs
are
that.
not his mom.
Mhm.
All right. I guess, do we swing by our compound on our way to the arena first, or meet up with see if Capri's awake?
Yeah. Yes.
I can't imagine she's been sleeping this whole time, but you never know. I did hear her kind of making noises. She must have had a crazy dream like we did.
Oh.
All right, I guess we go back to the compound.
Alrighty.
Party up.
All right. So you head back to the compound. You go in. Capri, are you in your room or?
I'd be in like the common area,
Okay.
like space.
Okay. So you're just kind of chilling in there. You could be looking at all the different things that you've picked up. You could be looking at your the wand that you picked. You've picked up more than one wand, haven't you?
Yes.
Oh, but you gave up the. No, you kept the wand of hand warming. I thought, or you might have given it up. I don't know. You've got the wand of fireballs. You also have that kazoo you took from that bard.
Yeah. I imagine I just got a bunch of stuff I'm messing with.
Okay. So as they're walking in, what thing are you actually holding right now? Just for visual.
I would be holding the circlet of sea speaking. 'Cause
Okay.
I just got that recently.
Okay. Cool. And so Esker, Uthara, and Flower walk in. And dare I say, Esker, are you glowing or no? Like just bright and like chipper glowing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Light
Esker's
on
like
feet.
absolutely. He is the most cheeriest, possibly giddy you've ever seen him.
Ooh.
He's beyond what you could imagine, honestly, because he's
Right,
got
no,
that
there was this-
bizarre- he's got that resting sad face always.
Usually,
but
yeah.
Today is not.
Okay.
It's like
I imagine
Yeah.
if that's how chipper and happy he is, I imagine I immediately notice something is different. Like when you walk in, I'm like,
Yep.
I don't say anything though, but I just take note. This guy's in a good mood.
All right. Cool. So you meet up, and so what do you guys say to each other, and so on and so forth.
glad to see you're awake. Are you ready for the bout this afternoon?
I am. I am very excited and well rested. You look like you've had a really good day.
I have. My sleep was all right, but I tell you what, the day could not be more magical, more fantastic. If I've never had a better day in my life. I feel like 1,000,000 gold coins,
Wow.
poorly placed away in a pirate ship, sunken at the bottom of the ocean, protected by storm giants.
This man's in love, Capri. He's in love.
I missed something really big.
He's in love, and I spent my whole day talking to a conspiracy theorist who's lost their marbles. So.
So you guys have had vastly different days.
Yes. I'm happy for Esker though. All the time he's been out on sea, he's never sang about a woman. He's never sang about a lover. It's always been the sea is my love. The ship is my woman or whatever. And now this is news for me. Yes.
Okay.
So are you gonna write a song about her, Esker? That's the question.
I don't write songs about women.
Not even this one?
No, I did that once.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll have to get that story out of him after a few whales after the tournament.
Yes, we will. I'm very intrigued. And my camera hang up here.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah.
What time do we have to be at the arena?
Well, they're getting back there close to 4, and your bout is like 4:30 to 5.
Ooh.
You don't have much time.
Okay, I imagine then we probably are like starting to book it.
Okay.
Yeah. Boogie.
Okay.
We're like having this conversation while we're all running, so it's like slightly out of breath.
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
This guy's in love. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's funny.
All right. Awesome. So you barely make it there on time, and you actually missed some of the other bouts. And you're like hearing the crowd cheering as some fights are happening. Then there's that dwarf announcer that you saw before. He walks up to you. It's like, I'm glad you made it. We've got something fun for you. We've got it in the arena called the Crucible of Carnage. Enjoy.
Whoa. My God.
Okay.
So
Does he walk off immediately, or does he like hover?
well, you could get his attention if you want. He's starting to step.
I would say, can you give us any more information about that?
Just the name, or your bout, because your bout, that's the whole exciting part. You don't know anything.
So there's no rules.
Whatever you bring in, you can use. And like always, if it gets too bad, we'll try to bring you guys back if something bad happens. But otherwise,
Oh.
Yeah.
Try.
Well, if you get disintegrated or something by means of your own or something like that, I don't think we can really undo that. Can we undo that? Maybe. We might be able to, but we got to do it just right, and you probably won't look the same. But yeah.
I need this. This.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready?
That's.
What? The big guy with you. Do you actually want a weapon? Just give him a club or something. Give him a chance. So, Flower has a club now because he doesn't have anything else otherwise.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Aw.
Thank you. So you're let out, and the gates to the arena, like these. There's these guys like rotating these big gears to open the doors, and then you're beckoned out into a sandy arena, and then the gates slam.
Is it just sandy, or is there other stuff in it?
It's sandy, and then the walls themselves look like brick, like the other one was. Well,
Okay.
I say sandy, it's like dirt. It's like yeah. And I'm going to say, Capri, your wand of fireball has all the charges. So I'm just gonna say, because you're supposed to be rolling that every day to regaining them. I'm just gonna say that you've regained them all since you use them so sparingly. It's impossible that you wouldn't have gotten it back.
Okay.
And then, okay, and then you see up above on a high platform that dwarven announcer. It is I, Dietrich, to announce our group of the League of Extraordinary Adventurers and their bout against drums, and as the drums are hitting, like the sand itself is like reverberating. Let's see how they do against that.
Oh,
and
no.
they toss, and no gates open up above.
No. It's one of two things. No.
I don't know what this is gonna be, but
So what do you guys do? You have an instant to possibly prepare.
Well, Esker draws his sword and, like, realizes nothing open and just kind of is looking about and going, did they miss a cue? This might not be good.
Okay.
Ithara will tug on her.
Okay, so you enlarge. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there any other preparation?
no, I'm good.
Okay. Now you can roll initiative. So we have that.
Twelve.
12. Okay.
I got a 10.
10. Okay.
I'm picking which one will serve me well tonight.
The black one.
Okay. And it did 16.
Okay.
Nicely done. Thanks for recommending.
Alrighty. And we are in the initiative, and you're not hearing anything. Is there anything you want to do on this turn? Do you want to rage?
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to take this opportunity to get into a rage. Can I? Why am I afraid of something underneath us too? I'm just
It
gonna.
could be above, I didn't think.
I know it could be above, but I'm also afraid of something underneath. I don't know why. I feel like we're trying to be. Could I roll for like a perception or something like that, or just?
Yeah, you can roll for a perception. That will be your action.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm just making sure to remind you, you've got your 4 action points, so that would be 1 action point used, and then you still have like your bonus action to do your rage,
Right.
and then yeah. So you want to roll a perception for me?
Okay. All right. Let me get my back die. Woo! That is a 22.
Nice.
19 plus 3.
Okay. So are you just walking, or are you just staying where you are? Just so I'm trying to get a visual, and so I can explain how you're perceiving this.
So I think with Uthara being a sailor from the sea, she's always listening to the wind, and that's how she perceives, or she can like smell a distant scent that's been carried, traveled through the wind. She can tell if like a weather's about to change. She can sense something coming from afar, just like because she's so used to being out on the sea and being such a part of that. So I think she would be like either like closing her eyes and kind of feeling the wind or trying to smell the wind, or she would literally be like,
Okay. Okay, so you're doing that before your rage, just making sure to.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because I think it would look
So you.
rage and then be like, wah!
Okay, well, so you're going like this, and you're like smelling the air, and you're hearing the crowd cheering, and then as they're kind of like, it's starting to be a slight hush. You actually feel in the ground movement.
I knew it. I knew knew it was the
But
ground.
barely. You barely feel it.
I knew. I was like, it's underneath us, isn't it?
So what do you do?
Woo!
I can't use locate creature if I don't know what the creature is, correct?
Oh, what does it say? If you don't...
Let me pull it back up. Yeah, it says describe or name a creature that you're familiar with.
Yep, you have no clue what's going on.
Okay, cool.
And this is on Uthara's turn, so...
Okay, this is... So, 2 action points left.
No, you have 3.
Oh, so then my next one would be to... Well, am I able in this turn to yell to my party, like, underneath us, spread out?
Yeah, that's free. That's
Okay.
free.
Okay. So when she senses that, she, I think, would want to spread, because if we're all together and it comes up, it could, like, you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Utara's instinct.
Sandworm gets everybody.
Yes, just one chomp. Utara would be like, underneath, red.
So, do you run or anything?
So so I would use one of my action points to run in a direction away from everybody else. So
Are you going straight that... Let me use my pointer. Are you going straight that way, or that way?
Let's go towards the wall. So the last option you gave.
This way? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're moving over this way?
Yeah. I forgot she's so big.
Yep. So you move that way, and then I advise you using one of your action points to go into a rage.
Right. That would be my...
And then you can hold your other action point to attack.
Yeah, because
so-
it's not around yet. So I will use my my third action point to get into a rage.
Okay. So so the wind kicks up, and a small storm is looming over Uthara as it's raining down on her. You're hearing the thunder and the lightning, and there's static electricity that's going kind of on the sand and ground, going around. And Kepri, you're up.
Okay, well, I think upon hearing Uthara yell about it being in the ground,
Mm-hmm.
I would move, like, in a different direction so I can start spreading out away from...
Okay. So, which way? Like over here?
Yeah, I would say there-ish.
Okay. So that is like 30 feet is like right here.
Okay, yeah. I'll move all 30 feet.
Okay. And then you have 3 action points left. You can actually say that you're, wanting to hold an action, or if there's anything else you want to prep. Is there any spells you want to cast now?
Nothing I want to cast now until I see what this is.
Okay.
But I will hold an action.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you- What is your action that you're holding, you believe?
I think it's gonna be casting Guardian of Faith, but I'm waiting to see the thing first.
Okay, and if you see whatever it is, you can change what your spell that you're wanting to cast.
Okay.
Yeah. Esker, you're up.
Okay. I was gonna kind of triangulate myself, but this looks spread out enough for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So instead of moving, I will take the dodge action.
Okay.
Okay.
So anything that attacks you has disadvantage, correct?
That I can see.
That you can see. Okay.
So I mean, if it shows up in front of me
Mhm.
and I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I will also give I'll do bonus action for Bardic Inspiration on Kepri.
Okay.
Okay. So
Nice.
Kepri has that, And you could have done that ahead of time too for anyone.
Okay. Then.
That's what's nice about the arena fight. You had a walking into this arena, so you had. I want to make sure you guys are prepped. So.
Okay, well then I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Uthara as well.
Okay, Uthara and Kepri both have Bardic Inspiration. Okay.
Yeah, and I think with the dodge action, yeah, I feel good with that. I'm gonna keep the rest of my actions just in case I can do a reaction spell.
Okay,
And
you've got 2.
Bardic Inspiration we use on a save or an attack.
Ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay.
And you just pick it.
Yeah.
It's
got
within
it.
the next 10 minutes.
Okay. What do you do with Bardic Inspiration? What do you do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you do?
Okay.
Are you giving us a
Once
pep
again?
talk or?
Oh yeah, no, we'll do it. What talk?
Oh, a pep talk. What are you doing? For your
Oh,
Bardic?
I'll be your
Playing a
cheerleader.
little ditty.
So as we're walking into the arena, like
Yeah.
say like before the gates open, the sunlight's coming through, we're in the dark area. I go, tonight, well, no, today. Apologize.
Alright, great.
Today we go out there, we give it our all. We leave our blood, our guts, and our sweat on the sands of time. That they shall remember us. Remember that we fight for Jennifer Frostridge.
Oh, okay. For Jennifer Frostridge! Is her whole
I don't even know who that is, so I imagine I'm just like, yeah.
Uthara is
It's like
just
you feel
hype.
like-
She doesn't even care about
Yeah.
the content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you feel like you are missing out on an inside joke, but you're too, like you don't want to ask for clarification, so you just go along.
All right.
with it.
Yeah, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, of course. How can I forget?
Alrighty. So, it is Flower's turn. And he's just going to, he's not going to use any of his action points at the moment, but he's readied. So if anything, yeah, he's kind of, with his club, he's kind of down and ready to sprint into action. But as he is stomping on the ground.
Ooh. This was the Dune Worm. He's done.
There's literally
Oh,
only two
no.
weapons I can think of, and I'm like, I don't want to fight both of them. I mean, either.
Honestly, the moment Froggy was like, and it's sand, that's when I went, it's underneath.
I also thought that, but I thought, hey, we're talking like Gladiator 2 arena.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fills with water and there's sharks.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
there is one other kind of shark that I know about.
Which pops out of the ground. You see a fin coming out of the ground, and it slams and jumps on top of Flower.
What is that?
That you guys don't necessarily know what it is. You're gonna have to roll. You all can roll a nature.
All right. So
Yeah.
this is like an aquatic, even though it's not aquatic creature Uthara has never seen. It's got a fin, but it's nothing she's seen. All right, great.
Okay, so I've got to roll all this damage.
Yeah.
I rolled I did roll my nature. I rolled on that dirty 20 whenever
Okay.
you're done with your damage.
Oh, what am I
Mhm.
doing? No. Well, -1 on nature, so that's a 15.
Okay. Okay, so he only takes 13 damage from that hit, and he's not knocked prone. But this creature jumps out and slams into Flower pretty hard, and after that, it does this strange hissing roar, and then dives into the ground again. It's gone. But you guys were holding an action while it's out, and it's right by Flower. What are you guys going to do?
Okay. We gotta hold our action.
So when he got hit, blood sprayed around. So he did get hit pretty hard.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, that little thing.
Kepri, with your roll, I'll be able to tell you. Did everyone else roll above a 15 for your nature?
I rolled a 15. I -1. I rolled a 16 -1.
Okay. What was yours, Esker?
An 18.
18. Kepri, Esker, you know that as a boulet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uthara, you know that as a land shark.
Yeah.
They are a...
Land shark!
Yep. And the crowd starts, land shark! Land shark! Ooh, ooh, ooh. And so...
Oh, I know what this is. I fought one of these in Baldur's Gate.
Yep. And
They're not, they're not the... So, actually, he was holding his action, so let's see here. He could try doing, before it gets away... 11... plus... 16... So he, Flower tries to grapple it to hold it in place, and it's starting to try to get away from him because he's not able to grapple it at the moment. So that is his action. So he has 3 action points left to use before his turn. What do you guys do?
With our spirit's guts.
Yeah. So we have everything on us, right? So I was thinking, if I remember correctly, my harpoon, I can hold on to it, right?
You can hold on the rope, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna harpoon it and hold on to it.
Okay, so the line is attached to your belt.
Great.
Yeah, and the line isn't super long, and you're farther than that distance. So you're gonna have to use points to get closer. You're gonna have to run towards it to actually. Wait, how long was the line that you got? That was that cable. I told you the length of the cable.
I wrote it down. I don't know if I did, but I remember you're right. It's nothing. It's not 30 feet.
Well, because the thing is, the range on your harpoon is kind of short because it's so heavy.
But she is bigger. She has an extra 5 feet.
She does have an extra 5 feet, but there's also the that's just an additional 5 feet. But I want to make sure that we've got the boom, 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 boom.
Okay, I'm looking through.
That's not that. I'm trying to look through my notes that get that item for you again, so you actually have the link.
I'm looking through my item notes too.
It's not like I have a whole bunch of, shops and things.
NPCs.
Yeah, and it's not like things actually organize the way that I'd like them to. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. That's not what I'm looking for, but a harpoon creature trying to cast a spell must succeed on concentration. I didn't know that. Not what I'm looking for though.
He gave you a cable of Cobalt. I'll just say that the line itself is like 30 feet, but your range is only 20 at the moment because you have the extra 5 feet because of your harpoon.
Okay, so normally not enlarged is 15 feet range plus 5. Because okay, so I'm gonna write this down. 15 feet range normal.
Yep. If you go past that, then it becomes disadvantage usually for your attacks.
Right. Okay. So I only have one action point, so I would only be able to use it to move. I can't attack. Which I guess I could still use it to move in case it comes back up.
Well, or you could run up into its business, and if it gets out of your melee range, you'd have an attack. Wait, no, because you used up your action points. Never mind.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Since I'm out of range, the only action I can really take is just to move, right? Like I can't attack since I only have.
Unless did you buy any of those other harpoons from him?
I don't think so.
I thought you did. I remember you. I had to make note of it, so.
I remember buying my maul.
Yep, you bought the maul, and then you also got lightning rod harpoons. You got them for cheaper, like you got a few of them.
Oh. She forgot. Now she remembers. Okay, great. Yes, that's in my equipment.
So you can launch one of those. That's that range is. So you can just. Yeah, that should be within range.
So that's different than the other harpoon that has the cobalt rope on it. The range can go farther. Okay.
So because the cobalt rope one that you actually have, it's far heavier. It's a two-handed, whereas the other one that you have, it's a single-hand throw. It's like a javelin.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm making of these, so I don't have to relook this up.
Yeah.
Single-handed.
And it's yeah.
Okay. So then she's gonna use one of those lightning bolt harpoons.
Yep.
Yeah, she ran a little too far. And she's gonna throw it at the land shark.
Okay.
Okay. Just finishing up my notes. And
Roll to attack.
roll to attack. Okay. Here we go. I'm not gonna say anything else. That is a 23!
23, it definitely hits. Roll your damage.
Okay.
It's a 1d6. Plus your strength. And your rage.
A d6?
Yep.
Is what you said?
Well, actually, it's 2d6 because you're enlarged.
That's okay. And then my rage. Okay, here we go. 4. 1. 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7.
But that's your rage, but what about your strength bonus?
Oh, and then plus my strength bonus. She's a strong girl. So my strength bonus would be plus my ability mod, right?
Yep,
Not
the ability modifier.
Okay. That would be an additional +5, so 7 plus 5. We're at
12.
12.
12 damage. All right, cool. It just took 12 damage as it's hissing. It's still moving. Capri and Esker, are you casting anything while you see it?
Yes, I would love to. I would love to pull out the quartz that I have and cast Incite Greed.
Okay.
So I present the quartz. As basically it's a 30-foot range.
Mm-hmm.
But anything that can see me, I can choose to cast a spell on. So I'm choosing the land shark.
Okay.
He must succeed a wisdom saving throw or he will be charmed until the spell ends or until I attack or my companions at this point also attack it. If it fails the wisdom saving throw, it can do nothing but move to approach me in a safe manner. And it cannot attack me.
Okay, so you just said 30 feet range, right?
Yes.
Okay. It is moving this way, so let's see your range. 10, 20, 30, 40. It's at 40 feet.
Oh,
How many action points do you have left?
I had 2 left.
So,
I didn't do.
so you just moved. So you should have 3. You have 3, so you can move. Try to move back.
Okay.
So you're gonna move back, trying to get into range.
Yes, I would like to move to get in the
Okay,
range. and
so-
I can cast.
All right. It needs to do a Wisdom saving throw. If you could go through that again for me.
Yes, it needs to cast succeed a wisdom saving throw or it's charmed.
Mm-hmm.
The DC is 12.
Okay.
If it fails the throw, it can only move closer to me in a safe manner. It cannot attack me. And then basically it stays like that until the spell ends or someone attacks it.
Okay. Well, it definitely succeeded. So what happens?
Bummer. Okay. Okay. Well,
It rolled a natural 17. So
Okay.
yeah.
So basically, it probably saw me pull out a rock and was like,
Yep.
"Okay, that's weird."
Yep. And so it's flying. It's flying in the air. Esker, are you doing anything?
How much of how much of Flower's blood sprayed out?
Enough that you can see it, but the image that he is portraying has no damage.
Okay, so to attack would be 2 actions?
1 action point.
Okay. I'll do the stupid thing then. But I believe I get advantage because of Flower's position if I run up and attack it.
Yep, because it's flanked. Yep.
Okay.
So you run up.
I'll run up and look to skewer it with my rapier.
Rapier.
Yes. 5 or 6. Got it. Alright. Okay, so how's 18?
18 hits.
Awesome. Yes. Okay. D8. Okay. 7 piercing damage.
All right, awesome. And as it's moving away, Flower will use a second action point because it's leaving his. It's moving. He's going to have an attack of opportunity, and you would too, Esker. So.
Oh. Right on.
That definitely hits, and he's using. I think he would. I think he would use his claws. Were you able to hit?
17.
Right on the money.
Oh, shiny boy.
Oh
Mhm.
boy.
Another 7.
Another 7 damage. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And it disappears underneath the sands.
Mm.
Uthara, you're up. So you have all your action points back.
Mm-hmm. Looked like he was headed my way. So, what to do? I will stay where I'm at
Okay.
so that my teammates can still be within range should it come for me.
Okay.
And I really don't have much else to do.
Okay. So
I'm just a weapon gal.
okay, so you're readying your action in essence for an attack.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna go anywhere so that my team can still be in range. But maybe she yells out like, "On me!"
Okay.
She
So
saw it moving.
okay, you say that. Flower's going to cash in his second to last action point and move in front of the direction it was going, and he is stomping on the ground
Oh,
again.
Flower.
Kepri, you're up, and he's roaring. So
Oh, Flower.
Yeah.
Baby.
So he's roaring.
I'm going to cast guidance on Flower.
Isn't that a touch spell?
Oh, it is. Dang it.
It has its limits.
Yeah, but she has a really long finger. Haven't we talked about this before? She's got the longest fingers in all
Like,
of the realm.
40-foot finger, huh? Like, just that. Oh.
About it. Don't want to make me feel weird.
Oh.
Yeah, could you mage hand that?
Well, I think I'm just gonna be ready for an attack because most of my spells are either touch or I have to see said creatures. So
Okay.
I am just gonna be prepared.
Okay. Prepared? Okay.
Oh, I don't. That was weird. Did you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Okay.
That's exactly what it looks like. You just don't pick it up.
Esker, you're up. Are you guys liking the action point system, or would you prefer going back to the old way?
I mean, yeah. Now I'm used to it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, with it. I just can't ever remember anything's 2 action points.
Well, at the moment, everything is just a single action point until I kind of get a little bit more of a feel, because it doesn't seem broken at the moment, just using a single action point, really. But maybe like when we get higher level spells, like above level 5, like that would make sense. It would be 2.
Right, yeah.
So.
Okay. I'm up. I need to think of something to do real quick.
Okay, you've got this.
Yeah. Okay. Hear me out. Prestidigitation says I can make a puff of wind.
Yeah.
How much wind?
It's a puff.
Alright, good deal.
How much puff could a puff of wood puff?
Yeah.
Wood puff could puff wood.
I know. Okay. Then I'll ready a dodge action, and I'll give healing words to my man Flower.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Healing words. Oh, it's the lowest. It's the lowest. Okay, so he'll get 6 HP back.
6 healing. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Edgar.
You better, big guy. Yeah.
Okay, he's just being really loud at the moment. That's Flower's turn, is being loud and well, he hits Flower.
You said he hits Flower?
Yep.
Where is it?
It popped out from underneath. Like,
I would like to use silvery barbs as a reaction.
okay, so he got to do that one at advantage, so this is just going to be a straight roll.
Oh, okay.
He still hits.
Well, I will give Flower the advantage on an attack, ability, or saving throw within the next minute.
Okay, I've got to roll. I've got to find my d12s.
Oh.
Okay. That was a hard hit. Right in front of your face, Uthara, you see a large arm fly and swing up in the air, separate from Flower's body. As it's Flower is going to roll an attack of opportunity and misses, so he only has 3 more action points, but it's trying to get away. What are you guys doing? You have action points.
I am going to use my harpoon with the cobalt rope.
Okay.
For this turn.
All right. Roll away.
I would like to use my bardic inspiration for this.
Okay.
This attack. So how does that work again? To use it? Advantage?
No, you get to roll an additional d6 on top of your d20 roll.
Got it. Alright, great. Oof. Dang it. Did it work? I rolled it even with my bardic inspiration, it was a total of 10.
10. So your large harpoon with both your hands, you follow through and it
Oh wait. I did not add my attack bonus, I'm sorry.
What is it?
My attack bonus is 7, so that would be a 17.
You barely hit it. It looks, and It hits. Roll your damage. Roll your damage.
Okay, here we go. My this one says. So this is different from my other harpoon, and I have for this one it's 1d8 plus 5 piercing.
Yep.
Okay, great. D8. D8. It's 1d8. Okay, there it is. I have to count.
That's alright.
Okay. Nice. Okay, 7 plus 5. 12 plus my 2 rage. 14.
14 total?
Yeah. Woo!
Okay, and it's in range for your lightning. If you could, I have to roll a dex save, right?
Yes, it's so I have down here 8 plus 2 plus 2.
Yep.
Okay, I was like, well, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So
Okay.
it rolled a natural 20, so it takes half.
Okay, yes. Take that on. So for my lightning damage, I roll a d6. Okay.
Yep.
Alright, here we go. You will take half a 6.
Roll an additional 1d6 plus 1, and then an additional 1d6 plus 1 because it has your lightning rods in it. You have 2 lightning rods in it.
Rad.
Let's go.
That's a 4 plus 1, so that's a 5.
5, okay.
And that's a 3 plus 1, 4.
An additional 4, so 2 and... Okay. Alright.
I can do vicious mockery on it.
Okay.
Okay.
It needs to do a wisdom save, right?
Yes, that is correct. Wisdom saving throw 15.
It rolled a 14, so it'll take the damage. What?
Nice. Okay, so it's gonna take 2 damage,
2?
but I'd like to say I'd like to leave you with one thought, but I'm not sure you have anywhere to put it.
Okay, so as you're screaming that out, Kepri, are you doing anything?
Yes. Can I use my wand of fireballs and cast on the land shark safely?
Yes.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20, please. And tell me what the number is.
Okay. 15.
So this bead of light shoots forth, and right before it hits it, it explodes and becomes a flaming bowl.
Okay.
And it goes.
That's freaking cool. Okay.
And so the ground underneath it is becoming, wherever it steps, it's like almost becoming like glassifying.
Oh, that's rad.
So, oh boy. Let's see. So I've got to add, edit. Okay, so there's that. Let's. Now I've got to find that note that I had Mr. Bull on. I thought this was going to happen a lot sooner.
I'm here for it now.
So this appeared because Capri cast Fireball?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very cool.
Okay. Well, that was fun to find that again. Okay. Okay. So, its turn... well, it's right there. Let's have it actually... it hits... I gotta use... 1, 10, 11, 12... So it it hits that for 18. As the belay disappears into the sands again, but there is a cable that is kind of zipping along in the sand. So, and let's see, turn order. It is actually the Abysmal Bull's actual turn, because it starts at 20. Oh boy. Okay. The closest thing is flower. Okay. Yeah, it hits him. It hits him. 10,
Even with disadvantage.
14. Why would it have disadvantage?
Vicious mockery.
On the bull? So vicious mockery, anything that attacks Flower has disadvantage.
The Boule just has disadvantage on its next attack.
Yeah, this is the Abysmal Bull, not the Boule.
Okay.
Yeah. So. All right, I gotta. Okay. All this damage coming from this bull is fire damage, and looks like there's a fire on top of Flower as he collapses to the ground.
Ugh. Okay.
Not good.
Esker's the nearest one, so it's going to charge at him. That's 26 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't even know how many points. I don't think I do. So yeah.
That's 26 damage. Fire.
Let me do a little bit of calculatories. Alright. I am still standing.
You're still standing. And
That
that was
is-
all fire. So your clothes are kind of warm right now.
Okay.
Heavily scorched.
Uthara, it is your turn.
It's just it's under the ground, but my cable's kind of under the ground. I'm holding on to it.
Yeah,
right?
you pretty much know exactly where it is. It's zipping. So you can judge kind of where it's going next, possibly.
Okay. Well, do I roll, like, use an action point to roll perception to see where it's going? Or would I be able to tell with my...
I'm not gonna have you use the action point for that. You can see that it is kind of like circling around where the noise is happening. It's possibly going to be hitting Esker.
Okay. So, yikes. Because Esker... I don't want it to hit Esker again.
Oh, it didn't hit him in the first place.
Oh.
The belay has only hit Flower. This is the Abysmal Bull that Capri, using her wand, used.
Okay. Alright, wow. My...
Yep.
was totally off. Okay. I thought that was... That last time you were talking about damage, I thought that was to Esker. I was like, oh, Esker done! Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. So it's going towards where the sound is. Okay, okay. Oh, man. If I only had, like, a boombox on me, I could turn on and throw across the arena.
You start singing.
Yes. Yes, if only. Gonna yell at Esker, heads up. It's coming to you.
You could be pulling on the line,
That's
or
what I'm thinking of too. Is there anything where she could yank it?
It would be a contested strength, so you can actually possibly be giving it disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay, let's do it. Let's have her yank.
Okay, so you have advantage on it.
Okay. So I just rolled my strength.
Yep.
Okay, pulling that up. And that would be plus my ability modifier, correct?
Yep, strength.
Okay.
And you have advantage at it, remember, because you're raging.
Oh, I have an advantage.
Yep.
Hallelujah. Nice, that advantage is needed. 18 with my strength.
Alright, you're pulling on this and like you're barely messing with its route, but you are succeeding in what you're doing.
Okay. Awesome. I think between telling Hesker heads up, she's yanking on it. The last time the land shark was above ground and we did damage to it, was it looking beat up or was it looking like we're just throwing pebbles at it?
It didn't look very happy. It looked pretty bloodied up.
Okay. To the voice that she hears, she says, "Gonna cash you in when I need it."
Okay, so you're pulling that, and you're not hearing any breath from Flower. There's this flaming bull right in front of you, roaring, and then you've got Kepri ready to do whatever she's going to do. Esker is patting the flames off of his body. So you used one action point. You have 3 left, and then we can go on to Kepri if there's nothing else you're wanting to do.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. You don't want to use your bonus action and use the lightning?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. I forget that happens. Okay. Bonus action lightning. I go back between my notes and my little app to see. Okay. Well, that's a 2.
2 damage?
Yeah, if or half.
Well, no, you have to roll 3d6 total, remember?
Oh, okay, that's right, because it's got 3 dice.
Yep, 2 plus...
Ooh, nice. So 2 plus 6.
Okay.
Plus 4, so 10.
So it only takes half of that. Okay, so as the lightning actually hits you.
Oh no.
It hits you and goes into that line and follows the line to hit the boulet.
So, do I also take that damage?
Nope.
Oh. Oh, great. Why I went, oh no.
Kepri, how are you prepping?
Where Flower is and the fire.
Yep.
Is that within 30 feet of me?
It's 35.
Okay. What I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to cast create food and water, but I'm going to I don't need the food. I just need the water, and I was gonna have the water like
On top of Flower.
on Flower and the fire, yeah. So
That
we're
is...
not actively on fire.
That is awesome. Yes, that happens. So he's not actively on fire right now.
Okay, perfect. Aside from that, I just would be on high alert, but that's really what I wanted to accomplish.
Okay,
And
so
you said it does not appear that Flower is breathing at all?
the illusion does not seem that way, but you did
Okay.
just cast a spell.
Okay.
Okay. So wait a second. Yeah. Flower did is definitely not breathing. Esker, you're up.
All right.
First thing I'll do is healing words on Flower.
Okay.
He'll get 8 HP back.
Okay, so he gets. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Now what do you do, Esker?
Is that line in the ground coming right at me?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it sounded like.
Is it?
It's kind of slightly off course. It's going to be attacking you at disadvantage.
Yeah. So I understand that the bull attacked me.
Yes.
Do I understand that? No, I don't.
You can roll an Arcana.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll use a point to do that.
Okay.
So it's gonna be low. I'm just gonna let you know. Gonna be a 5.
5?
Yeah.
You're like, that should have been a fireball. What in the heck?
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Served me for a loop too.
I just had the thought to prestidigitate it and snuff out the fire.
No, it's a roaring inferno. You being by it, actually. You being by it.
It's like an aura of fire.
All right. So that is your turn. So now it's Flower's turn. So Flower starts standing up, and Uthar in front of you, his arm that was there is like burnt to a crisp,
Oh no.
and he's holding the stump. The illusion looks totally normal. He's standing up in front of you. He's got the club ready, and he's staring at a flaming bull ahead of him, and he's readying ready for anything really. The boulet is going to try to attack you, Esker.
Okay. At a disadvantage.
Yes, definitely at disadvantage. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay, 17 hits. You gonna silvery barbs?
Yeah, I will. I feel like if I don't, I'm gonna greatly regret it.
It jumps out of the ground, missing you barely, as Uthar is pulling and it's going like an arcing motion as it dives back into the ground. As it's trying to dive back in the ground. Flower is up, so that was half of his movement speed, so I'll take that as a point. He's going to run up to the boulet He is going to attack. That's a pretty good... Where'd that go? Okay, so he hits the boulet, but he moved out of the bull's range. And he gets hit by the bull. 1, 6. 13 plus... he goes down again.
Okay.
And now it is actually... Oh, the belay is out of the ground for a little bit. What would Esker or Kepri or Uthara like to do? Anything, just in case?
Okay, back underground.
But it's just out of the ground, barely. And the bull does try to attack it as an attack of opportunity, and it misses.
Yeah, I'll get up and I'll attack it.
Okay, so you run up and try to attack it. Okay. Roll away.
With advantage?
No, because Flower is down, and that bull does not care who any of you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I care.
I know you do.
Yeah. Okay. Does a 10 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just right now. So Uthara's got both hands holding on to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll use the lightning again.
You already used that this turn.
Oh, we're same turn. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. So, for this moment, then, Uthara is going to cry out,
Okay.
and she's going to cry out. And as she cries out, like the lightning starts really
Mm-hmm.
going, almost like circling. It's almost like her skin's got it.
Okay.
She's gonna yell out, "Storm Mother, hear my cry!
Okay.
I bleed in your name! I burn with your lightning fury! Let your rage crash down! Strike now and make them face the storm!"
Ooh, okay.
All right. Okay.
Because she's raging, it's very dramatic.
Yes, it is. Okay. All right. That is noted.
Noted.
Yep. So, as the belay, are you doing anything else, Kepri?
I'm gonna shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay, fire away.
Does the 17 hit?
Yes, it does. It barely hits.
7 damage.
7 damage. Awesome. So as it's arcing in the air, it starts to, because it's still attached to that cable, it starts kind of trying to dive down to the ground. As it hits it with that arrow, it just slams sideways into the ground and slides. Dead. And then the bull's turn. It jumps up and slams on top of Flower. He loses 2 death saves.
Oh,
I don't even know how to. Do I know anything about this fireball? Will I know that? How to
I feel
So-
Red Bull.
So as it's slamming on top of Flower, what you screamed out, Uthara, the lightning that's crackling in that storm. Oh, she's just walking away.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Yes, we're going to have to wait on that one.
Okay.
Okay, are you able to hear Uthara? Okay, so after you said that, Uthara, and okay, are you able to hear us again? Okay. So the lightning crackles up in the storm as you screamed that out, and lightning flashes down and hits Flower through the bowl. So that's... So that bull takes a brunt of that and tries to run away from it. You have an attack of opportunity, Esker, if you have a point left. And that lightning actually strikes Flower, and you see coming into him. Okay.
How about 1 second. 17.
17 to hit. Definitely hits.
Okay. It'll take 9 damage.
9? Okay. Cool. Uthara, it is your turn. I can't hear you. Did you get muted?
Oh yeah, we still can't hear you, Taylor. Nope.
Okay. No. Can't hear you yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay. Very weird. I heard you guys the whole time. I don't know if you heard me.
No.
Earlier I had to get up because my dog was barking and I wanted to hear
Yeah.
what my storm mother did. So my new turn, now that her hands have been released because the land sharks, I'm no longer holding on to them.
Yeah, well the harpoon's still stuck in its body.
Yeah, so I think she's going to, let's see, where is this? Okay. I'm thinking. You know what, yeah, let's try it. She's gonna let go of the harp, she's gonna let go and then grab the maul.
Okay. And you got your movement speed, so you're going after the...
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. So one of my action points will be to move towards it.
Okay, so you've got enough reach to hit, so you can try to hit it with the maul.
All right, so I'm gonna attack. $14 plus my bonus of 7.
That definitely hits.
I got 21. Oh, die, baby. All right, so 2d6 plus 5 bludgeoning.
Yep.
Let's go. 3, 6 plus 5, 11.
Okay.
And then I will use my rage.
So you're at 13. Okay.
Like my lightning rage too.
Okay.
So this was just one because it doesn't have any lightning rods in it.
Correct.
That landed on a corner, so I'm gonna.
Okay.
3 for that.
So 3. Okay. All right. Kepri, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot the ball with my harpoon, excuse me.
Yeah.
My
Crossbow.
crossbow, yes, thank you. I was like, does a 20 hit?
A 20 does hit.
That would be 11 damage.
Awesome. All right, Asker, you're up.
Okay.
Oh.
Let me just take a quick look. Yeah, right. Okay. So I'm close enough to attack this bolt.
Yes, you are.
Not moving. Okay. Well, first I'll start out with a vicious mockery on it.
Okay.
So it needs to succeed a 15 wisdom saving.
It rolled an 18 naturally without any bonuses.
What?
Yes.
Okay, we're not gonna do that again. Next we're gonna attack it.
Okay.
Maybe 3 times. We'll see.
Oh, really? Really?
Because I'm out of healing spells, so I can't help.
Okay, so during one turn you can do an attack, but then if you want to attack again, it will cost 2 action points. That's where the action points make sense.
Okay.
To do
But
one
with
more.
So with a spell, does that count as a 1 point?
Yes, because that's an action. Yeah, it's an action. Yeah.
Uh,
Because we're okay. Yeah. So, but it is running past you, so it's an opportunity attack. We'll do it that
I
way.
already did that.
You already did that. Okay. You did a spell.
So really, what I'm asking about is like if I do a spell and then I attack, is it 1 point and then 1 point, or is it actually 1 point and then 2 points?
I think 1 point then 2 points would make more sense, because that's usually an action,
Okay.
right? Because that makes sense a little more for the economy, right? I think.
Yeah, unless of course like you had an ability where it said like bonus action.
Correct. Okay.
But I'll just attack it. How's so low?
I should have read. I was reading about the frozen version of my maul
Yep.
and switched over and
Well, you-
read the regular version, and I should have read it before.
The regular version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before it becomes frozen.
Yeah. Well, because it it did do some extra damage on the bull, but
Okay. Okay.
don't worry, I remember some of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I remembered the frozen, and then I was like, well,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So what did you? What was it?
A 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, you miss. So now it's Flower's turn, and he's getting up, and there's like smoke kind of coming off of him. Yeah, and he's going to. He points with it. He kind of puts his right hand out, and like there's lightning crackling outside of his the illusion. Lightning's crackling around him, and so. And then a lightning bolt shoots out from him,
Let's go.
hitting the bull, and it dissipates. And then he kind of collapses to one knee as the lightning's crackling off of him and going between Uthara's storm and him.
Nice. Thank you, Storm Mother Goddess. I will party hard tonight in her honor.
And the crowd's cheering. The announcer looks kind of confused, but yeah. So.
Just glad we made it, you know?
Yep. And Flower walks over and picks up his arm.
Did you just say Flower walked over and picked up his arm?
Yeah. He lost his arm from that first hit. It was enough damage to be more than half of his hit points now.
Oh. Flower power.
Yeah, I don't think I have a spell for...
I'm gonna go over and say high five. Oh wait, just kidding.
Oh, awesome.
Just... Well...
We did it!
We did do it!
Uthara yells, "Are you not entertained?"
Love.
Yep. So as y'all are walking out of the arena, you're handed another bag that looks. Yep.
Where's the second one?
Where's the what?
The second bag.
You still have it.
No, where's the we fought 2 monsters.
Yeah, you have two. You've got 2 bags now.
Let me rephrase. We fought 3 monsters.
You brought the other one in.
I didn't.
Looking at.
Just a little, collateral damage.
Can you prove that?
We definitely did not release, whatever that was.
All right.
How do you know we did?
Okay, lady. when you pointed that wand, there is a bead of red energy that combusted. We thought it was going to be a fireball. Awesome, like the last time. But no, that thing was there. Did it make it more entertaining? Yes! Yes, it did! But we definitely didn't bring that in.
All right, that's fair.
Yep.
So you paid us extra for the extra entertainment?
It's noted. Not paying you extra.
All right.
We put on a good show. Like, come on. That
Yep.
was like
We did put on a good show.
after credit scene, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, don't you really think we deserve more for just that and much entertainment?
That's Goose Charlie.
I'm-
He's like, I got bird.
It took over. It took half of it.
I don't have that authority to say. Congratulations, good. Yeah, I'll put in a good word. What's that smell? It's like
That's the smell of charred bard.
Yes.
it's something else. It's like
Oh,
I don't. Well, you guys come back tomorrow. You might be able to get your third bag of gold if you win. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Well, sorry, bag of copper. As he's walking off.
A win's a win is a win.
Yep. As Flower's limping out with you guys.
I know.
Holding his arm.
I don't think I know anything to put his arm back.
Yeah. Alright, need to talk to someone.
And that is actually where we'll end our session.
Oh.
okay.
We're richer.
Yep. About 250 gold, really. So you got 500 gold from total from your arena fights.
So that's 250 divided by 3 of us? Are we getting some?
Well, no, you have to keep adding your gold to the pot.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Alrighty. So. So that was fun.
Yes, it was. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is crazy.
The what is?
The flaming bull
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's fun. But we'll end our session here, and we will be back next time. Bye.